this week on The Soccer Show, the rise and rise of Steve Finnan. Finn Harp's not-so-secret weapon. The FAI looks to the future. Plus goals from the FAI Carlsberg Cup season about 21-year-old striker Kevin McHugh. With 20 goals to his name already this term, McHugh was expected to be Finn Harp's main threat when Premier Division stars Shelbourne arrived in Ballybofey in the FAI Carlsberg Cup last Saturday.
If I had a choice of any striker in League of Ireland, I wouldn't swap Kevin McHugh for any of them. Since he scored a few goals at the start of the season, he's just went from strength to strength, and everything he's hitting seems to be going in. He's still learning the game, and Kevin can obviously go as far as Kevin wants to go.
McHugh has really exploded on the scene in the past 18 months, but those who saw him in his youth knew the Calais lad had potential.
Well, Kevin McHugh, of course, played for this club here, Calais Football Club, which is on the border with the Derry-Donegal border. And I have to say to you that he always was a goal scorer. He played in our underage teams. He was a prolific goal scorer at underage level, and then he moved up into our junior side. And he played just one season there, was our top goal scorer, and of course then was signed by Finn Harps.
When he arrived at Finn Park, we obviously identified a raw talent, and we worked very hard on him over the few years. And one thing that always struck me about Kevin was his attitude towards training and taking information on board. And that's obviously has come now to fruition, where he's one of the most exciting young players in the league.
Today, Kevin is the focus of attention at Finn Park, but there was a time when he almost left the club.
I would argue that perhaps he should have been in the team, in the first team on a regular basis long before he was. And I mean, he went to Omagh Town on loan, scored goals for them, and I think he was there 2 months. And then, of course, they wanted to sign him. And then somebody at Finn Harps suddenly realised, well, perhaps he's not a bad player, he can score goals. And they brought him back to Finn Park, and he hasn't looked back since that spell in the Irish League.
A lot of people say the Irish League, there's a big gap between the Irish League and the League of Ireland, but I don't think there's much in it at all. Because I played there for, I think it was 9 games, and I got 5 goals, and I enjoyed my time there along with Roy McCready. And then I was called back because Finn Harps were in need of a striker, so I was called back by Gavin Dykes then.
Kevin showed great promise, even at youth level. It was probably only a matter of time before he broke into the first team, and now we are reaping the rewards from Kevin's patience.
Now the interest in McHugh is from further afield.
Carlisle phoned me and said that they wanted Kevin McHugh, and I mentioned it to Kevin, and he said, no, I don't want to go. So that was the end of the story as far as I was concerned.
Roddy Collins, he was in contact with Jonathan Speake, and I just got that job, my new job that week, and there was no way I would ever risk going over, and maybe not saying that I'd failed over there, I just didn't want to risk it. Didn't think it was worth the risk.
There was interest earlier on in the season from Derby County. They came and watched him, but he didn't have a particularly good game that night. It was against Athlone, and there's been no contact since, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of clubs keeping tabs on him because of the record he has at the minute.
Finn Harps has been a club with talismanic strikers, and McHugh looks set to break the First Division goal-scoring record once set by a former Harps star.
In 1988 I scored 21 in the First Division, and Kevin at the moment has 20, and I have no doubt that he will break it before the end of the season.
I actually didn't know until I had about 17 goals, until somebody was saying in the local papers about Colin McGaughlin, but I never made much of it. And just hoping that we could promote it this year and try and score if that can help us.
He'll tell you himself that he's learned a lot from me, but he's learned from other people as well, and other people, quality players around him. Kevin now is not a Kevin McHugh player. Kevin McHugh is a team player, and he brings other people into the game, and he has that bit of quality that if you need an outlet, he can go and create something for himself.
McHugh has yet to be capped by Ireland, but he certainly made his mark in a recent trial game against Mick McCarthy's senior squad.
I was out in Baldonnel, and it was behind closed doors, and Ian Hart was the left back, Steve Staunton and Gary Breen and Gary Kelly was the back line. And I think it was me and Robbie Martin from UCD was playing up front. It was a great experience for us, and Shane Robson was playing out the right. It was great to be involved in it. We went 2-1 up, I think it was. Well, I scored one and I set up the second one, so it went okay.
I was talking to Don Givens recently. Kevin played for the under-21 side and a friend against the senior international, and Don was very, very impressed with him.
Kevin's focus last Saturday was set on dumping Shelbourne out of the FAI Carlsberg Cup.
Oh, I think when there's no pressure put on any team, we always have a chance. The pressure's on Shells at the minute, so it's more or less a break from the league for us, so we're going to go out and enjoy it, and whatever happens, happens.
Despite seeing Shells take a freak lead, things couldn't have gone much better for Kevin. He was involved in Harp's first goal, and then he struck the sort of goal that makes Kevin Irish soccer's hottest property.
I was running towards the goal and Tom Mahon was shouting, shoot, shoot, and I just took a look at the goal and just had a putt. The whole place erupted. Just one in cup night, special night.
Another First Division versus Premier clash. Shelbourne took the lead against Finn Harps when Jonathan Minnock scored directly from a corner. In the second half, Steve Williams failed to hold on to a long-range effort from Paddy McGranahan. Kevin McHugh pounced on the rebound, and Niall Cook scored from the loose ball. McHugh then caused the upset of the round as he scored the winner with a superb strike after beating Kevin Doherty and Tony McCarthy.